Hey everyone, Flying Kraken here, and before we get into today's video, which is the car review stream I had with Foghi, Mighty, and TonberryBleu on the new upcoming Hearthstone expansion for Voyage to the Sunken City, I'd like to tell you I really appreciate support that y'all give the channel, and it would really help out the channel if you click that like button, bonk that subscribe button to keep content flowing through this channel. Really appreciate it. Now on to the card reviews. Okay, we're starting off with the card that I have like no clue about this card. I've been thinking about it nonstop. So we have 6 mana, 5/5 Green Thumb Gardener, Battle Cry, also Naga. Battle Cry, refresh empty mana crystals equal to the cost of the most expensive spell in your hand.
Isn't this like Omu? Kind of.
Oh,
No, not. It's more like Arcane Tyrant, I think.
yeah, or a mix of the both.
Yeah, I guess it makes the ball true.
Yeah, it's like you know, obviously if you're playing this in a deck that averages 6, 7, 5 spell hands, you know, you're gonna get value out of this.
You get a 0 mana 5/5, yeah.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to play the card. I will say the one thing that's good to note with this is that you are guaranteed to get the mana back to play the card that you refresh for, unless you play this on 6 and you get a 7 mana card, you know, or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's actually the highest? I think 10 cost spells are rotating, right? Like you don't have survival anymore.
I don't have survival.
What did they
Do we have
have?
alignment?
So what?
Do we have alignment still?
Alignment?
Yeah, we have alignment.
Oh.
Oh god, that actually scares me. Oh no, alignment's still around.
Alignment.
Oh my goodness, Mighty with breaking the game comment right here. I did not think about that.
Actually, it doesn't really work with this because if you post alignment, it's +1, so it's not really that impressive.
Oh, true. I guess, but I guess it's free. But
That's kind of like
yeah, I don't know. Maybe, but I think this card's like pretty playable. I just don't know exactly where.
It's like strong man, but like
it is. It is a
yeah.
free card, and I like the reason why I don't want to rate this card too bad is because it feels like Druid is always the class that uses those free cards extremely well.
Yeah.
This seems like probably one of the weaker ones, maybe, but
if I had taunt or rush, I think it'd be super good, but like just a naked body's kind of weird.
Yeah. It doesn't have taunt or rush or anything. Yeah. I'll give it a 2.
I'm good at 2.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Ooh, Mighty with a 3. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, Dozing Kelp Keeper, 1 mana 4/4 Naga. Rush starts dormant after you cast 5 mana worth of spells. Awaken. I like this card so much that I made a Twitter post about it. I really like this card a lot.
Like an anti-aggro tech.
I think this card is incredible because there's Naga based synergy that there's a Druid card later that we're gonna look at that is really good with it, and also you can just play this on 1, and while you play your ramp spells or your spells to do your game plan, it just activates and helps beat things. And also versus in like the quest decks, like the go face decks, like the quest deck or whatever, like you can play this, and then while you're going face, this can kill the minion that's taunting your way or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's a very strong tool.
And I ranted a little bit there. That was my bad.
Yeah. I don't see a ton of play if aggro is top tier, but if control is top tier, then it won't see any play.
Yeah, that's what the worry. Like, I hope control warrior isn't so ridiculous. Like that's.
Now we have Kazaku's.
What you think, Manny?
I was like,
I think this looks like a very solid card. If you play it on turn 1, just have a good answer to aggro stuff, and if you can on a later turn you can just play this and immediately cast a spell, and then it just awakens. It's a 1 mana 4/4, which is like owl, what we have right now. So yeah, pretty sweet. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually gonna give it a 3.
it curves perfectly well because of turn 2 spell, turn 3 spell comes up, and then
Yeah. I'll give it a 2.
give it a 3.
I'll give it a 2. I think it's playable. It's but like not gonna be like.
It's meta dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. Oh, and we have the card that goes with it, I guess. So next card is a epic. It's a called Seaweed Strike, 3 mana nature spell. Deal 4 damage to a minion. If you played a Naga while holding this, you also give your hero +4 attack. His turn.
This card's really good.
Still Moontouch Amulet or no?
I mean, I think
this
it's
is more like
No,
storm
we
strike.
don't. We don't, because it's corrupt. All corrupt stuff.
This
Wow.
is more like storm strike is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's like Storm Strike.
But
It
better.
replaces the Moontouch Amulet.
yeah, it's like
slot
yeah. And so as
with
long
a
as
Feral
you're
Rage slot.
yeah, because if you're playing a deck that plays Nagas, then this shouldn't like the whole Naga part should not be a like issue. I guess like if you're playing a deck that's meant to do this really well, efficiently, consistently, whatever, then it's going to be really good. You don't have to worry about Naga part, and like I said, if there's a Naga quest Guff deck or whatever, then you can it gives you 4 attack, it activates the quest. So
It's also not the
Yeah.
worst as a Shadow Bolt. Like, it's not.
no, it's
completely
not. Yeah,
unplayable.
This might be a Questured card. Yeah, something like that.
yeah. I think it's gonna be played in a lot of Druid decks probably, as long as there's Nagas that are playable, I guess.
Yeah, my only question is, like, outside of the 1-drop Naga, are there other ones you want to play? Is there another 2-drop Naga that's good?
There are some neutral ones, I believe,
Okay,
but
we'll get to those.
we'll get to those. What am I gonna give it for now? It's either a 2 or a 3. I kind of want to give it a 3, but I'm gonna give it a 2 because I think it has to rely on the Nagas. So
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2.
yeah. Alright, bottom feeder. So epic, 1 mana 1/3, death rattle. Add a bottom feeder to the bottom of your deck and a permanent +2/+2. So it's a beast also. So this card is very much like the Hunter Raptor, kind of.
Yeah.
That shuffles something back in your deck, but it was take damage. This is death rattle, so as long as this thing dies, it doesn't happen. The other one, if you killed it without dealing under 3 damage, nothing would happen. So this seemed like an automatic upgrade from that card, you know.
You only play this in Beast Druid, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a classic 1 mana 1/3 body too for 1-drop.
Yeah.
Really
Darmal
good these days,
with
man.
text.
What is the dredge card for good? For like the one that can fetch it out from the bottom of the lake.
Oh,
But
Azshara
it
Gardens.
also depends on that, right?
I think we're up to it next, right? Azshara Gardens or Aquatic Form, one of those two.
Yeah, Azshara Gardens is not Aquatic Form. It's Aquatic Form next in Azshara Gardens. Aquatic Form, I'm about to bust a nut on. So, like, I love this card, but bottom feeder, I think super strong. I think one thing that makes it really strong is it gives aggro druid a really nuisance like strategy versus control decks, because you can make double of these versus with a loon. So you can just make this like infinite, unless they silence your fishies. You can make this like infinite army of things and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna give it 2 because it's a.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3.
I'll
I
give
think
it
it's
a
a really
2.
good beast card, and just with Aquatic Form, it's gonna suit you.
Yeah, I see. I'll go ahead and join you and put 4 on the other one. The
Yeah,
next
we don't
one.
have to talk about Aquatic
Yeah, let's
Form,
go ahead and talk about
those
this card.
broken cards
Okay,
that
this card is okay. So let's go into. I'm going to read the card first. Okay, guys, we gotta calm down first. Okay, Aquatic Form, 0 mana card, rare, dredge. If you have the mana to play the card this turn, you draw the card. This card is incredible. This is a card that in Magic I would say got banned like 5-6 years ago. It's a really good cantrip. And Druid, I think if you're playing Druid, you're gonna play this card. I don't think there's advantage. I think your deck starts with this card maybe. Like
it's like 0 mana targeted draw.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really good.
This is 0 mana
Yeah,
tracking.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's like 0 mana tracking. It's
Yeah,
really
like
good.
and like if you're aggro Druid, like okay, you can play this on turn 1. If it's if you know, or turn 2 or whenever you want to, you're gonna be able to play like most of your cards regardless. And if you're like a mid-rangey druid or a ramp druid or whatever, it just allows you to search for ramp easier. And
It's like It makes your deck 28 cards instead of 30.
This card lets me get more
exactly.
guffs.
It's Upstart Goblin in Yu-Gi-Oh or something.
This card lets me get guff more. Okay. So, but yeah, I think we all give it a 4. That's an easy 4.
Consistent, like, oh god.
We can move on here. This is the card that I'm going to like lean on y'all a little bit on because I'm not quite sure on it some. But so we have Azshara Gardens, which is a 1-mana druid common card. Give all minions in your hand +1/+1. Put a Sunken Gardens on the bottom of your deck. Sunken Gardens is a 1-mana spell that give +1/+1 to all minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. So like a super duper mini survival.
We still have Moonlight Guidance, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Moonlight Guidance?
Yep.
Okay, that makes this card better.
Oh my god, that's kind of. I mean.
Yeah, Moonlight Guidance with the Sunken stuff is way better than Druid.
Yeah, I will say that that's a lot of mana to put into like.
I'm having my I've seen a lot of people say this card is incredible, and just in a lot of other people's like card reviews. And my problem with the card is I feel like the timing of when you play all these cards for this thing is very weird, and this card gets really bad really fast.
Yeah, we're playing hand buff Druid now.
Yeah.
It's like the deck that you want to put this in. A lot of cards that Druid has, correct me if I'm wrong, Kraken, is like there's spells that summon minions.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
we even got Living Roots this set.
Yeah, Living
Roots. That doesn't get buffed by this. That doesn't get.
Yeah. I almost would play if it came down between this card and Living Roots, I might play Living Roots over this card. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's unplayable.
I'll give it a 2 because it's the synergy between this and Aquatic Form.
Yeah, I don't think it's unplayable, but I'm gonna give it a 2.
That can lead to some stupid moments, but
yeah, I'll give it. There's probably like a fringe deck or something.
Yeah.
So next card, the happiest card in the set. Flipper Friends. 5-mana nature spell. Choose one, summon a 6/6 Orca with taunt or a 6/1/1 Otters with rush. And of course,
why do they keep?
Yeah.
Why did they give this? Why did they give board clears to Druid again? They got whatever Onyxia's thing, and then they get this too.
So I mean, this card, I guess, comparable. This card is basically either, if you're not getting both effects, which there are ways to do that now, you either get the minion part of Cthulhu, or you get basically the 6-mana card that would make like Trents with Rush with an overload. You get like a mini version of that.
Oh, runic carvings or whatever.
Yeah, you get like a little mini version of that because you get 6, and it's not like 4 rush or anything, like 4 2/2s or anything. I don't know what do you think?
It curves after Wild Growth, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
it also curves after Fandral.
Yeah,
Fandrel's not living one turn. If you just pop it down.
You say that, he always lives.
It's a solid card. You're gonna mainly use it for the rush effect to clear boards.
Yeah.
Just like the scales of Onyxia.
Also curves.
That's what I'm saying. Do you play this in your deck? Over scales, like if you already have scales in there, do you play this still?
I will say that, like, I could see this, if there is a choose one deck, I could see this card seeing way more play on a curve after the 4-mana card from the mini set that gets you discover a choose one card and they combine the effects.
I forgot about that card.
Yeah, so it's like a 4-mana 3/4 good, fairly good body, and all these choose one cards that are coming into the format. It makes all of them better. And or if you want to put it in your deck, I guess you could run the one that draws it and then makes it 2 cards. But I'm not convinced on that one though.
I don't think that's really worth it.
Yeah,
I think
the
inclusion of the card makes that other card better for sure. It's an insane discover effect. I think I'm not sure if you want to run it.
Yeah, I'm giving it 2. I think it's got some fringe playability just because it's flexibility probably, but it may just through discovering cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're on to Miracle Growth, I think. Yeah, Miracle Growth. Okay. 7 mana, nature spell, draw 3 cards, summon a plant with taunt and stats equal to your hand size.
It's like overflow.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it has a similar purpose.
Yeah. Except we don't have Ysera.
I do like this card a lot, though. I think that in ramp decks do have this problem where they keep a lot of cards in their hand a lot of times, and I don't know though. I think it's not bad.
Yeah. It's fine. It's solid.
It's
I would say.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Card.
What do
Hmm.
you think, Mike?
It does curve
This
like.
is like
Yeah.
a verse.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is like a verse overflow. Like I can see it maybe being played in some one or two decks, like but I don't think it's a very like universal card or anything.
I
Yeah.
think on
But
average it should be at least a 6/6. I think on average.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so off the top of my head, the ways this card, the moments these cards are good is like, so now that Nourish is up to 5, is down to 5 mana, it curves right after Nourish and it curves right after Guff. So I think that's good. I also think this card is not completely terrible in Celestial Alignment decks. I think that like this is like if you play this on 7 after your ramp, and you like
actually in Celestial Alignment.
yeah, so you play this card after your ramp, and then you play this to give you another turn till Celestial Alignment, I guess. Because ramp decks and Druid are going to have to like play a little bit slower game. So if the meta state keeps staying speedy, they're not going to exist, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I see it. Maybe a
Lady
2,
Conjure stays around, right?
3, maybe. Yeah.
Lady Anacondra.
I don't know actually. I'm really bad at what rotates, what
Let's
doesn't.
see.
I'm really bad at this stuff. So
It was in the Wailing Caverns mini set, so yeah, we have it.
okay, yeah,
So this costs 0 for her.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
Give
think
it
it's
a
strong.
3.
It's solid.
Yeah, I
I'll
give it a 3
3.
actually. Okay, so now we're off to the legendaries, which I'm mixed on, and I'm ready to hear y'all's opinions on them.
Yeah.
So we have this card. This was spoiled very early on in the process. Hedra the Heretic. 7 mana, 4/5. Battle cry for each spell you've cast while holding this. Summon a minion of that spell's cost. She is a Naga.
Wait.
So it's like King Feoris basically.
It is.
It's like a board
In
void,
some
right?
way,
Yeah.
You have to. It's
you
like,
have to hold it for like 5 turns to make it really good, like yours.
Is this crap because you're gonna play Intermittent Bloom?
well, Bloom's not around anymore, but
Bloom's
Bloom's gone. But I don't know. As I said, I'm not incredibly happy or very like optimistic about the whole holding in your hand thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's also like it's probably a little bit better than Pharaoh's just because you can casually do your game plan right. Like you can continue to play cards while this is in your hand, do your other stuff, and it just gets better, I guess. But I guess the best question is how much stats need to be put on the board for this card to be playable on 7. If you're just playing cards below 7 cost.
You're gonna be playing cheap spells to get to that 7 mana point.
It feels very high rolly. Like if you happen to curve this out and just get like a 5 cost, like a 3 cost,
Yeah.
and Wild Growth and Nourish, and like that could just be crazy. But otherwise, it's like very little in between. I feel like
Yeah.
because late game,
Plus,
if
you
it's like turn
need it in
10,
your hand as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm giving it a 1.
I'm giving it 2.
I don't like the design. I think it's unplayable. It's the way that it's like has to be in your hand to do
Right. I hate that thing. Yeah.
Kolak OP.
Oh. All right, my boy. Kolak. All right. Kolak. So this is the Druid Colossal minion. The first 2 videos where I talked about this card on YouTube, I mispronounced this card's name. And then they put out a post saying that's not how you pronounce his name. I was calling it Kolaku or something. And then they just came out and said it was Kolak. And I was just like, well, that's boring. But okay, so we have a 7 mana 6/5 beast Colossal +1, and meanwhile you control Kolak's shell. And Kolak's shell is a 5 mana 0/8 taunt, gain 8 armor. So this is the card ramp. This is the card ramp druid wants, right? Like, in my
Yeah.
opinion, like this is the card. I would rather have this than the past legendary. Just
Oh,
because
yeah,
I think
sure.
I think on curve it just does more.
We're also
And
losing Cenarian Ward, so this is like a new Cenarian Ward.
I also think that like and last thing before I'll let y'all talk more, I guess, is that I think this, like, again, it curves right after Nourish, it curves right after Guff, and I think there is a chance that mid range Druid is the thing where you're not fully into the big ramp strategy, but you are ramping some, and I think that this is fine to place when you already have a board, like 2 or 3 minions on the board,
Yeah.
Just
I
like-
like the card a lot.
I think it's a 3. It's very good.
I'll
Good
give it a
thing,
4.
right?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere between 3 and 4. I'll give it a 3, but yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of the more powerful of the Colossal minions. It does something very general that it's going to be good like most of the time.
It's like top 3 Colossal to me.
Me too. I think so.
I feel like to give it a 4, it needs to be a build around like Aquatic Form, so that's why I'm giving it a 3 versus a 4. It's really good, but
I feel like I'm supposed to just give this a 4 for strict up. That's who I am, I guess. But
That's fair.
Foghi, you did it. I'll give you a 4, I guess.